Welcome to Lesson 7 of How to Use ChatGPT. In this lesson, we will discuss best practices for the ethical use of ChatGPT and explore future developments in the field. It is crucial to understand the ethical considerations and responsibilities associated with using language models like ChatGPT. By the end of this lesson, you will have a solid understanding of ChatGPT's purpose, potential, and how it can be beneficial in various contexts, while being mindful of ethical guidelines. Let's begin. Part 1. Ethical Considerations. Using ChatGPT responsibly involves being aware of ethical considerations. Language models have the potential to generate harmful or biased content, and it is our responsibility to ensure their appropriate use. Here are some key ethical considerations. 1. Bias and fairness. Language models can inherit biases present in the training data. It's important to address and mitigate biases to ensure fairness and avoid perpetuating discriminatory content. 2. Misinformation and disinformation. Language models can generate false or misleading information. Care must be taken to prevent the spread of misinformation and disinformation, especially in sensitive domains. 3. Privacy and data protection. Safeguard user privacy by implementing robust data protection measures. Respect user consent and ensure compliance with relevant data protection regulations. Part 2. Responsible use guidelines. To ensure responsible use of ChatGPT, consider the following guidelines. 1. User awareness. Make users aware that they are interacting with an AI language model. Transparency builds trust and helps manage expectations. 2. Content moderation. Implement content moderation mechanisms to filter and prevent inappropriate or harmful content generated by the model. Human review or user reporting mechanisms can be effective in this regard. 3. User safety. Prioritize user safety by actively avoiding generating content that promotes self-harm, violence, or illegal activities. Provide resources and support for users who may require assistance. 4. Error handling. Prepare the model to gracefully handle situations where it doesn't understand or cannot generate an appropriate response. Provide clear instructions to users on what to do in such cases. Part 3. Collaborative learning. Improving ChatGPT and addressing ethical considerations is an ongoing process that requires collaboration from various stakeholders. OpenAI recognizes that advancements in AI technology and the resolution of ethical concerns cannot be achieved in isolation, but rather through collective effort. OpenAI encourages researchers, developers, and users alike to actively participate in this collaborative endeavor. By sharing their experiences, insights, and perspectives, individuals can contribute valuable knowledge and ideas that facilitate the improvement and refinement of ChatGPT. Through collaborative learning, stakeholders can work together to identify areas for enhancement, address ethical considerations, and collectively shape the future direction of AI technology. OpenAI values the input and contributions of all participants, recognizing that collaborative efforts are essential for driving meaningful progress and ensuring the responsible development and deployment of AI technologies. Part 4. Future developments. The field of language models is rapidly evolving, and there are ongoing efforts to make them more powerful, safer, and adaptable. Here are some future developments to watch out for. 1. Improved bias. Mitigation. Researchers are actively working on techniques to identify and reduce biases in language models. This will help ensure fair and unbiased interactions. 2. Explainability and interpretability. Efforts are underway to make language models more transparent and explainable. This will enable users to understand the reasoning behind model-generated responses. 3. User customization. Future developments may allow users to customize the behavior of language models within defined boundaries. This will further empower users to have personalized and controlled interactions. 4. Enhanced safety nets. Stricter safety measures are being developed to prevent the generation of harmful or malicious content. These safety nets will help minimize risks associated with language model usage. Tips for optimizing the performance of ChatGPT. In this section, we'll discuss practical strategies for maximizing the effectiveness of ChatGPT. By implementing these best practices, you can significantly enhance the quality and efficiency of your interactions with the model. 1. Understanding performance factors. To achieve optimal performance with ChatGPT, it's essential to grasp the key factors that influence its functionality. A. Model size. The size of the language model directly impacts its response time. Larger models typically require more computational resources and may result in slower response times compared to smaller ones. When choosing a model, it's crucial to strike a balance between response quality and response time, considering your specific requirements and constraints. B. API rate limits. OpenAI's API imposes rate limits, dictating the number of requests users can make within a given time period. It's important to familiarize yourself with these limits to ensure that your usage remains within acceptable bounds. Adhering to these limits is essential for maintaining smooth and uninterrupted access to ChatGPT's capabilities. C. Network latency. Network latency refers to the time it takes for data to travel between your application and the API server. High latency can significantly impact response times, leading to delays in receiving ChatGPT's outputs. Minimizing network latency through efficient network configurations and proximity to API servers can help improve the responsiveness of your interactions with ChatGPT. By understanding and addressing these performance factors, you can optimize your use of ChatGPT, maximizing its effectiveness and ensuring a seamless user experience. 2. Efficient API usage. Here are some tips for efficiently using the ChatGPT API. A. Batch requests. Instead of making one API call per user message, batch multiple messages together in a single request. This reduces the number of API calls and improves efficiency. B. Caching responses. If possible, cache previously generated responses and reuse them when appropriate. This helps minimize API usage and reduce response times for repeated queries. C. Managing tokens. Each interaction with the API consumes a certain number of tokens. Be mindful of token usage and ensure that your requests stay within the token limits to avoid truncation of responses. 3. Error handling and fallbacks. To optimize performance, it's important to handle errors and implement fallback mechanisms. A. Graceful error handling. Plan for scenarios where the model may not understand or generate a suitable response. Implement error handling strategies such as providing clarification prompts or offering alternative suggestions to users. B. Fallbacks to rule-based systems. In cases where the model struggles to generate accurate responses, consider integrating rule-based systems as fallbacks. These systems can provide reliable responses for specific domains or use cases. 4. Feedback loop and iterative improvement. To continually optimize performance, follow these practices. A. Collect user feedback. Encourage users to provide feedback on the generated responses. This feedback can be invaluable in identifying areas for improvement and addressing user concerns. B. Fine-tuning and customization. Explore the possibility of fine-tuning the model on specific datasets or use cases relevant to your application. Fine-tuning can help improve response quality and align the model with your specific requirements. C. Stay updated. Keep an eye on OpenAI's updates, as they regularly release new models, features, and guidelines. Stay informed about any performance optimizations or recommended practices they suggest. 5. Continuous learning and community engagement. To stay at the forefront of ChatGPT's developments and optimize performance, consider these strategies. A. Follow research and industry trends. Stay updated on research advancements, publications, and conferences related to language models. This knowledge can inform your decision-making and help you leverage the latest techniques. B. Engage with the community. Participate in forums, discussion boards, and online communities dedicated to ChatGPT and language models. Collaborate, share insights, and learn from others' experiences to collectively improve performance. OpenAI's revolutionary language model has been at the forefront of conversational AI, continuously pushing boundaries and introducing new features to enhance user experiences. Let's have a look at some upcoming features in ChatGPT and understand how they are set to shape the future of AI-powered interactions. Here's a roundup based on the latest updates. Improved user interface and experience enhancements. ChatGPT now offers suggested replies, helping users explore conversation threads more deeply. For Plus users, ChatGPT will remember the previously selected model, for example, GPT-4, avoiding the reset to GPT 3.5 eyes. Multiple file uploads are supported, allowing ChatGPT to analyze data across several documents. Enhanced login procedures ensure users stay logged in longer, and keyboard shortcuts have been introduced for efficiency. Platform and accessibility updates. ChatGPT has been made available as an app for Android in select countries, with plans to expand. Custom instructions feature is in beta, offering more control over responses by setting preferences. Message limits for GPT-4 users have been doubled. A code interpreter feature in beta lets users run code for various tasks directly within ChatGPT. Advanced functionality. Developers can utilize function calling for creating chatbot tools or converting natural language into database queries or API calls. Updated versions of GPT-4 and GPT 3.5 Turbo, including a new 16K context version for more extensive conversations. The introduction of GPTs allows for the creation of custom ChatGPT versions tailored to specific tasks, with an open marketplace for browsing and using these GPTs. User-requested features for 2024, improved reasoning, better browsing, and enhanced personalization are highly requested features, aiming for more sophisticated and contextually aware interactions. Control over the AI's wokeness or behavior, allowing users to tailor ChatGPT's responses more closely to their preferences. Integration of video capabilities and a simplified authentication process via Sign-in with OpenAI feature are among the desired improvements. Open sourcing ChatGPT has been suggested to foster community-driven innovation. Voice and visual interaction. Voice interaction capabilities have been introduced, enabling users to have conversations with ChatGPT using voice commands and receive spoken responses. ChatGPT now supports interacting with images, allowing for discussions about visual content. New features on the way. ChatGPT Business, including a profile, an upload area, and basic profile information for the chat, is expected to offer corporate privacy features. These features indicate OpenAI's focus on making ChatGPT more versatile, personalized, and user-friendly, addressing a broad range of needs from efficiency and workflow to interactive and multimedia capabilities. However, with AI capturing one and all domains, responsible and ethical use is the need of the hour. Here are some considerations. A. Bias awareness. As ChatGPT interacts with users, be mindful of potential biases that may emerge in its responses. Continually assess and mitigate biases to ensure fair and inclusive interactions. B. User consent and privacy. Obtain appropriate user consent when using ChatGPT, especially when handling sensitive or personal information. Ensure that user privacy is protected and comply with applicable data protection regulations. C. Transparent and explainable AI. As AI systems become more sophisticated, strive to make the decision-making process of ChatGPT transparent and explainable. Users should understand how their interactions are processed and the limitations of the model. In this final lesson, we discussed ethical considerations and responsible use of ChatGPT. We explored key ethical considerations such as bias, misinformation, and privacy. We also discussed responsible use guidelines, including user awareness, content moderation, user safety, and error handling. Additionally, we looked at future developments in the field, including improved bias mitigation, explainability, user customization, and enhanced safety nets. Thank you for joining this course on how to use ChatGPT. We hope you have gained valuable insights and knowledge about ChatGPT's purpose, potential, and best practices for optimizing performance. As ChatGPT evolves, it's important to use the model responsibly, address biases, and prioritize user consent and privacy. Remember to continuously explore and experiment with ChatGPT to unlock its full capabilities and adapt it to your specific needs. Keep embracing continuous learning and stay updated with the latest advancements to make the most of ChatGPT in various contexts. Happy chatting and exploring the future of AI.